Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. To quote Ray Winston from Sexy Beast, my God, it's hot. It's bloody hot. Maybe too hot. I am absolutely roasting today. Jesus Christ, it is hot out there today. Teaching PE in this weather, not for the faint-hearted, I tell you. Yeah, this video, guys, some news came out whilst I was at work today. Didn't have a chance to react until I got home. A bid of 80 million plus 10 million if they win the league from Arsenal has been rejected, and rightly so. I think that's quite an insulting offer. 80 million, it's sort of, if you think Harry Maguire was 80 million, someone like Anthony was 90 million, Enzo Fernandez was 109 million. And the plus 10 million if they win the league, or I think it was Champions League add-on. Really, Arsenal? Don't get me wrong, could be made to eat my words and they go and win the league. But no, and I'm glad we rejected it. And you know what? It's a good sign. It's a good sign that David Sullivan hasn't sort of just pooed his pants and been like, oh my God, I've got 8 million that could be going into my bank, which I thought might happen. It's not a good deal for West Ham, and that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You can have all these fans, pundits, whatever, give it all the, he's not worth it. He might not be worth it. No one's worth that money, in my opinion, unless you're Haaland or Mbappe. But it's what he's worth to West Ham, and that's the key now. Ideally, Declan Rice stays at West Ham forever and ever and ever. Maybe even stays for 1 year, then goes next year. That would be a great scenario as well. But I don't particularly care where he goes. Apart from, I don't particularly want him to go to Arsenal, I'll be honest with you. But the deal's got to be right. I keep saying it. It has to be right for West Ham. I don't care about Declan Rice. You go. And I don't care about the other club. Do what you want. For West Ham, though, we need, in my opinion, 95 plus million deal. 100 million plus. Because we're losing a captain for the second year in a row. We're losing one of our driving forces, one of the best since sort of like Scott Parker at that midfield, bossing and scoring goals and leading from the front. We're losing big player. And, we will probably have to buy 2 players to replace him. And when once teams know you've got that money, that, 100 million, whatever it is, that extra 5-10 million goes on their price tag of the players that you want to look to get at. If it, whoever it is, whether it's any of the guys that I was speaking about this morning, Yunus Musa, Ward-Prowse, Alvarez, any of those, if all of a sudden it becomes more money. I did think it was quite an insulting offer, I'll be honest with you. Rumours are from X that Man City, are now considering a bid, and a lot of people have picked up on this now. I hope so. I really do hope so. I'd like him to go Man City as well. Like I say, we've always had quite a good relationship with their fans. They was cheering us on, we were cheering them on, Champions League and stuff. It's always been quite a mutual respect. And like I say, if you go to Manchester City, you can't deny a player that, you can't deny a player that opportunity. That team has just won the treble. I bet someone like Harry Kane, who, was close to joining there a couple of years ago, is a bit inside of him. He's gutted. Someone like Sterling, who left there, would be sitting there thinking, oh dear, what have I done, sort of thing. If a club like Man City come calling for you, they only come once, maybe twice if you're lucky. So I would love him to go there. There are rumours though, Declan's, the house he built is a custom house in London. Just had his baby a few months back, and maybe he doesn't want to uproot him, and that's why there is a sort of bit of a losing battle with West Ham in terms of Arsenal are the only London club in for him, and he doesn't want to uproot. I don't know. If you're worth as much money that Man City's probably going to put you on 350 grand a week. I'm sure you can rent your place out in London and you'll be doing all right, mate. You know what I mean? It won't be that bad for you. But yeah, what am I to say? It's not my family, it's not my situation. But again, I don't want West Ham to be held ransom. I keep saying it. We've had it before. Marseille, Payet, China, Arnie. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less what you want. And I couldn't care less what price you want. It's what West Ham want. And I'm glad, like I say, I'm glad David Sullivan's shown a bit of steel for once. You know, have that Daniel Levy about you. As much as Daniel Levy gets slated, he always gets the right deal for Tottenham. You know, he never gets done over in a deal, and that's what we've got to do. You know, like Villa with the Grealish, 100 million. That's the price you pay it, or you don't get him. And if it does go that case next season, Declan Rice, you will still get 70 million for him, because there will be a bidding war. Then more teams will want him. He would have assessed it a bit more. Probably Chelsea would have come back. As I keep saying, you know, Arsenal, if you want him, it's your chance to get him. Pay the money. Pay the money. That's all it comes down to. If Arsenal fans might comment on this channel and say, that's what you want. You think you're this big team, and you know, and you want to go on and do that one more than what you did last year with a second. You pay that money. You supposedly want Caicedo, you supposedly want Havertz, you supposedly want Rice in that midfield. You've got to pay the money for these players. Declan Rice is a proven England international. We'll be close to 50 caps soon. Probably the third name on the team sheet: Kane, Bellingham, Rice. You're buying your captain for maybe 10 years. If you brought him in, made him captain, he could stay with you till he's 33, 34. You're looking at a 10-year captain. 10 million a year for a top player. Don't seem a lot of money to me. If you put it over the length of his contract, 10 million a year, it's not that big a deal. Anyway, guys, that's my opinion on it. Like I say, I would love Manchester City to come in, and don't be surprised if Chelsea do come in. I don't know this, and there's nothing out there about Chelsea, but we know how this Todd Boehly character works. It's as if he goes, oh, quick, I better go and get him. So don't be surprised if Chelsea are not mingling something in the background. Don't be surprised. We'll wait and see. That's all we can do. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I was going to do a video on the fixtures, but I thought it's a bit pointless really. Just talk about it on the podcast. You know, you've all seen it. You know, great start, Bournemouth. Cool. I wanted Bournemouth on the podcast. I was just going to lose it now. Chelsea after that. You know, we don't know where Chelsea will be. Hopefully, might be a good time to play them. Other fixtures: Arsenal on Boxing Day, Manchester City last game of the season away. Tottenham games, I can't remember when they were. I think it might be I think we play them quite quickly. I think it's like December the 5th, and then we play them again about sort of January, February time. Nice silly fixtures come out. Let's see how it goes. Like I say, that's all we can do. Hopefully some players will start coming in soon. Like I say, this morning, you know, that Australia tour's not far away. It's only a month. Yesterday, I think it was a month exactly. So we've got to get a move on. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. As always, come on, you Lions. Keep believing. Hit that subscribe button.